This is a Vortigaunt. I'm sure you've seen it before. In Half-Life 1, they were our enemy, but it turns out they were just enslaved by the Combine. Now they're our friend. But this, on the other hand, is not our friend. This is a headcrab, and they're known to infect other humanoid creatures, but, well, they've never really been able to truly infect the Vortigaunt. Until now. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Garry's Mod, and this is going to be a very exciting video indeed. Here we are on this awesome factory map, which is noted. Make sure that if you do want to use this mod, that you are using nodes on a proper map. So to start things off, we have a Vortigaunt. Now, they do come in a few different shapes and sizes. By that I mean the clothing that they wear, because we have Uriah, or Urea. I don't like saying Urea, so we're going to go with Uriah. And we can see he's got his own lab coat, and he is, well, a lab assistant. You can even see his little key card there. Let me just zoom in on that. Oh, yeah. Very nice. But, of course, they also come in the slave variety. Alright, we're not going to talk about that. So, normally when you spawn a headcrab in, well, they're going to not want to attack the Vortigaunts. Or if they do, they're just going to take a few bites out of them. Now, thankfully, the Vortigaunt is a very formidable foe, so a headcrab is probably not going to do much to him. But what if the headcrab got the jump? That is exactly what happened. My friends, we are noticing a transformation right now. This is all new. This is not in the base game of Half-Life 2, I promise. We can see that the transformation has begun. This Vortigaunt will never be the same again. And well, let's just say that this is about to be one very happy headcrab. After the transformation has commenced, we now have a new monstrosity to deal with. My friends, I give you the one and only Zombigaunt. Love the name, by the way. Super clever stuff. They turn into this grotesque mass of bile and blood, whatever the heck this stuff is. It looks gross. Walking up to him, we can see he's still pretty much lifeless. One whack is really all it takes to wake this creature. And now we can see there he is. Also, my bad, guys. I did have ignore players on. Once we do turn that off, though, we can start to see some of his powers. So he does shoot out an electric bolt, kind of like the Vortigaunt. Although this bolt does not dissipate upon first contact. By the way, look at this thing. This thing is straight out of a horror movie. I absolutely love it. It's so cool to see new variations of the zombie being added into Garry's mod. And also, we can see that he does have a few different attacks. He's also pretty slow, so he's not going to be like the fastest zombie you've ever seen. But one of the most creative designs, and also, if you just sit in that blast, I did have full armor, by the way, you will die very quickly. So it's very important that you do have a proper medkit equipped. Video in the top right corner, by the way. So yeah, he's gonna shoot this beam. It has some crazy tracking, and it doesn't have to hit you directly if you're just even remotely near it. You're gonna be taking some pretty serious damage. In terms of being close up, though, well, I guess after we deal with this attack is pretty powerful, so if you can't outrun it, well, I feel sorry for you. But he does have a slashing attack when he gets up in your face, and in terms of health, we can see he does have about 200. Now, that's definitely not too bad, but this thing is way more formidable than your standard zombie. But look at this. I'm just gonna be quiet for a minute. The sounds that it makes are just incredible. They really do sound legit. They sound like Vortigaunts that are all warped and twisted. And now we get a much better look at the design. I absolutely love this NPC, guys. It is such a cool idea. I would love to see like a zombified Strider. That would be horrifying. Let's go ahead and try it with a fast headcrab instead. Alright, he's gonna be quick. Oh! That didn't really work out all that well. Interestingly, it seems like the fast headcrab didn't want anything to do with the Vortigaunt, and they continue to do so. I'm just gonna spawn a bunch of them in. So sadly, as you guys can see, the Vortigaunt is taking damage, but there is no transformation happening, which means that the fast headcrab is pretty much not gonna work. But what about the poison headcrab? This is a much beefier headcrab, and we can see, well, he has no desire whatsoever to deal with the Vortigaunt. He'll probably screech at it a few times, and then that's pretty much it. They really only want the player, which is kind of funny. But hold on a second, let's go back to the standard headcrab, because I did miss something that's pretty important. And that is that, well, the attempts are not always going to be successful. As we can see there, the headcrab did try to latch on, but the Vortigaunt was onto his tricks and he was able to, well, dispatch it accordingly. That is such a cool design, and again, it's completely new. We can see this Vortigaunt is not playing. It doesn't matter how much I spawn, he is just going to, one by one, rip them a new hole, so to say. This oh no! But sadly, even legends must come to an end, and that is pretty much what happened here. This time the transformation happened a lot faster. Now we're gonna go, but this time we're gonna go ahead and see what it looks like when it wakes up naturally. So walking up to it, you will be greeted by this freak of an NPC. So we've already seen what his attacks are. Again, nothing too crazy. Now I will say that I do like that it wasn't too overly designed, but because a Vortigaunt is a pretty formidable foe already, I would have loved to have seen maybe 1 or 2 more abilities just to really kind of spice everything up. But yes, we can control it because it is part of the VJ base. We can, of course, see that it is indeed very slow. You can sprint, but let's be honest, that's not really going to add a whole lot to it. Left click is going to be your slashing attack, and that is going to be pretty effective. We even have a leaping attack, though, which I didn't get to see last time. So it's kind of just a different variation of the standard attack. Pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, we have right click. Right click is going to be the electric storm ability, where you just launch it out. It is... wait. Does that follow the cursor? Okay, so we do have a bit of a cooldown. Now we can finally use it again. Does it follow the cursor? It does! That is interesting, so definitely something to keep note of. Alright, so now we're going to answer one simple question. Which zombie is the best one? I've gone ahead and modified their relationships. Now, because there are a bunch of different zombie types here, this might not go exactly how I think it's going to go, but I figured, screw it, let's wing it. Let's see what happens. And... yep. Alright, well, we did something because now they want to fight. I'm still learning how this tool works. Unfortunately, they got the Zombiegunt in a really bad spot, and I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure that the Zombine is going to blow everyone up. We can see that's exactly what happened here. It is absolutely hilarious. But fun fact, check it out, the Zombiegunt does have his own unique special headcrab. And there you guys have it. That was the Zombiegunt. Definitely an incredibly cool and incredibly spooky iteration of the Vortigaunt. And I would love to see more of these zombie/headcrab hybrids. Really cool stuff, but I would love to know what you guys think down below. As always, links will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this until the end. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until next time, thanks for watching, and farewell.